So it's like there's like the natural part of Amelie that was constantly trying to fulfill its purpose and cause the extinction, and that part of her is what tried to control Higgs and Clifford Unger, and caused all sorts of trouble. But then there was the other part of her, the part of her that knew us, that didn't want any of this to happen. And that's why it seemed like at certain points he would just snap out of it and say like, Sam, why are you here? Or like, or something like that, right? There were times when she would snap out of it and become herself again. What is even happening here? The clouds are moving pretty fast. Is there a place I should be going? Because it seems like... Oh no, okay, we're resting again. Alright, this is what I expected would happen. That we'd have to go take a nap again.
Quiet, and I'll tell you. There is no time for questions.
When you were young, you used to have bad dreams. You cried about them all the time. The truth is, those weren't your dreams. They were mine. For as long as I can remember, I've dreamt of the beach. Not just while sleeping, in my waking hours too. In my dreams, I watched the world end so many times. Countless past extinctions that decimated life on this planet. Again and again and again. At first, I didn't understand what I was seeing or why. And that wasn't the worst of it. There were other, more terrible dreams. Dreams of death and destruction. Of a massive extinction to come. Like this one. And I would always be the one to end it all. To bring about the last stranding. As I have today.
But you didn't. We averted it. And what creates these extinction entities? So it seems like, as they suggested, these extinction entities are opportunities. They're trials that life has to overcome in order to get stronger and progress forward. That's what these extinction entities supposedly or possibly are. But what puts them in life's path? Is there some higher level entity, some godlike being that is causing these extinction entities to appear, creating these trials to overcome, to test life as it moves along? Why? For what purpose? Why does life need to continue to progress forward in that way? Or what purpose? For what purpose would a being do something like that? I understand that it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity to grow. And life needs growth to some extent, but still don't fully understand. Why do the extinction entities exist? I'm sure that's an unsolved question, although it might... I do know that there's a Death Stranding 2, or at least a Death Stranding 2 is going to be coming out. I will be playing that game absolutely 100%. I loved this game. But I wonder if it answers any of those questions. If it doesn't, or if it's not out yet, let me know your thoughts in the comments about what you think this all means. You're 20.
I opened my eyes and found myself on the beach.
That was the first time. Okay. That was you on the beach,
I came round.
waking up.
I was back in the hospital bed.
So just a quick trip.
Split across two worlds. Bridget, my Ha in that one.
Oh,
Amelie, my Ka in this.
I see.
Somehow, us managed to coexist. Soon, our ages began to diverge. Only Bridget's body got older, while the beach kept Amelie's the same. So I came up with a story. I told people that Amelie was my daughter. A daughter with a debilitating condition and an absent father. Look. Amelie. Is French for soul.
It's a lie. Lie is at the end.
Soul, that's a lie. There was no Amelie. Only me and the beach.
But if it was still a real soul, it was basically Bridget's soul.
I thought it was a curse in the beginning. But later, I started thinking, maybe I can use this. I tried to find out more about the beach. Because understanding the beach had to be the key to interpreting my visions of the future.
How are we still getting this information from her, by the way? Isn't she destroyed? Like, I'm a little confused on the mechanics of that. Like, how are we still getting this information from her? Is the raw information just flowing out from the destroyed beach? And we're just soaking it up like photosynthesis? Is that what's happening here? But so there was a time when she had not awakened yet to her beach powers, and where her soul and body were still connected. So that means the Bridget that we knew for quite a while was a soulless body that's just running around. Why did she feel the need to explain Amelie away, though? Because Amelie, it's not like Amelie had any connection to the physical world except until... The only way that Amelie was able to interact with the real world was through those holograms, right? Through the chiral system. We are not looking so good. Is that why she had to explain it away as her daughter? Because she started appearing in holograms? She herself? Her soul self? I don't know where we're going, but we're just gonna keep going. Because what else is there to do? But keep moving forward. We're tired again. Nap time. Huh? What, is it not letting us go any further? Wait, what's going on? Are we stuck here forever? I thought the idea was that we wouldn't be stuck here forever. Only ensured that, I thought. What's happening?
I realized the beach was connected to the world of the dead, which meant that somewhere out beyond it were the memories of time itself, including those of every organism that had ever lived.
Is that what souls
4.6
are?
billion
Memories?
years of biological history, a history that might even stretch back to the creation of the universe. The chiral network and everything that followed was born from my pursuit of that knowledge. By passing data through the beach, we were unbound by the restrictions of time. Simulations that would have taken years or more were simple and effortless. Everything that the Earth had lost and forgotten could be reconstructed and reclaimed. But shortly after we began our research, America saw its first void out. I thought I was running out of time, that my nightmares were becoming a reality. So I raced to complete the chiral network as quickly as possible.
But that's what caused it.
The past held all the answers. If only I could find a way to piece them together. A network that bridged our world and the beach. That might do it, I believed. So I started researching bridge babies, children bound to the world of the dead.
confirmation that she started it.
What causes an extinction entity to come into being? What was the reason for the previous 5 mass extinctions? The answers to those questions would tell me how to stop the 6th.
I mean, I understand. I want to know those
found
answers
in
too.
ages, more determined than ever to build a chiral network that would cover all of America. But the longer I fought my war against the inevitable, the weaker I became. My Ha had cancer. The beach's punishment, maybe, for not playing along like a good little EE. And then, just like that, my Ha was gone. I couldn't finish what I'd started. So, I asked you to do it for me. And you did. You helped us complete the network. Helped us to reclaim everything the universe experienced from its inception to this moment. Every mystery was ours to solve. Like this one. Once, there was an explosion. A big bang that gave birth to time and space. Thing is, it was more like a big fluke. All that matter and antimatter should have canceled itself out, leaving nothing. But somehow a tiny speck of matter survived. Just enough. Enough to make this world and everything in it. A world that shouldn't be, a world out of balance. Order inevitably gives way to chaos. Everything that lives must inevitably die. It's like the universe is trying to return us to the nothing we came from. Maybe the Big Five were its best attempts to finish us off.
You don't believe that, though. You think it's trying to bring balance back again
Somehow,
with the antimatter and
life
antimatter?
always managed to survive just enough. Enough to thumb its nose at the will of the cosmos. You know, I'm starting to think that extinction might be the key to overcoming total annihilation. It forces life to fight to survive, to endure, to exist. That's why the Big Five ultimately rekindled life instead of extinguishing it. From the ashes of the dead rise the living. Stronger and wiser. Inheritors of the legacy of existence itself. They defy the universe and refuse to surrender. They say, we're just getting started.
Maybe.
Extinction is an opportunity.
Or they were just the ones that hid in a hole in the ground, alright? If we're talking about some of the extinctions of animals and stuff like that, it might just, like, for some of those cases, maybe they were just ones that were that lived in holes in the ground, and so they weren't affected by the extinction event. They weren't affected by the meteor slamming into the earth or something, or they lived in the deep sea or something. So things surviving an extinction because they were really fighting hard against it. Not necessarily true, but I see what she means. Sometimes it's just running from it, or being far away from it, or not being affected by it at all. But it's nice to hear her rambling monologue about what she thinks the meaning is behind all of this, what she thinks the purpose is behind an extinction entity. As I said, that's an important question that I want answered as well. Seems like we're getting some of that, or at least some theories about that from somebody who would know best. Down we go again. Alright, what monologue do you got for us this time? Again, we're supposed to be getting out of here, right? Not that I'm not enjoying the lore that we're getting.
Twice that day.
It is important.
I knew at once I'd made a mistake. I found your beach and looked everywhere for you. Sam. There you are.
What? You kill us? And kill yourself? Is that what you did? She pulled the trigger twice that day. And then found us on the beach? Like, what? No, but her Ha died from cancer, so what is she talking about?
You want to go home? Let's go home. I wanted to set you free from death once and for all. It's okay.
You just have to kill it on the beach, and then it would go to the other side. And it wouldn't have to
I know the way.
die over and over again.
But in doing so, I upset the fundamental balance between life and death. I just wanted to save you. I am an extinction entity. It's my fate to lead our species to extinction. But that moment, you became part of that fate. You became a repatriate, and dooms started spreading my nightmares to others throughout the world. It was me that got you and everyone with dooms into this. Not long after, the Death Stranding occurred. The dead clung to our world, and BTs used my beach to cross over and devour them, triggering more void-outs. A catalyst that would set the world on a path to extinction. It was my duty to serve as a sacrifice, to wait and watch it unfold from this beach. That, or hasten the last stranding and end this slow death. Given these, my only options, I chose to end it quickly. But to trigger the last stranding, I needed you, a part of me. Here too. I would be able to witness extinction consummated with you by my side. But now that you're here, there's another choice. You can cut me off. An EE doesn't have that option for itself. But in my nightmares, I saw another future. One that you chose. One where extinction is hope against total annihilation.
So that's what we have left to do. We have to cut her off now. That's our next thing that we need to do. It's so interesting that I confused her and Bridget. I confused Emily and Bridget at the start of the game, but it turns out that they really are just the same. I find that funny. I do wonder how the people watching my earlier Death Stranding videos felt about me confusing the two like that. I guess I'll find out. So far, as of recording this episode, I think about 3 episodes of my Death Stranding playthrough are out. That's how far ahead of time I record. And now we're getting the full credits. But wait, are we still just stuck here? I'm confused. We're not supposed to be stuck here, right? Well, I guess I'm just gonna let these credits play out. I'll listen to the music. Wander about. Will it let me actually leave this area now? If I sprint far enough? Probably not. Again, this was an amazing game. I guess I can start giving my final thoughts now since, I mean, the credits are literally rolling on the screen. I think there probably will be a little bit after this, but like I said, I'm absolutely playing Death Stranding 2. This game was great. Obviously there's this, it's not like a perfect game. There are things to of like clunk when some of the mechanics. But like the storytelling, the symbolism behind everything, the characters, the visuals, the animations, everything about this game is so special. And I want to experience whatever Death Stranding 2 has in store for us. Is it still going to be Sam? Is it going to be somebody else? Is it going to be a different Death Stranding incident? Something in the past? I'm guessing it's not. I'm guessing it is probably not going to be related to Sam. It's probably going to be something in the future. It probably will be a direct sequel to this. Again, I love the vehicles. I liked the interaction. I liked the weapons, the way they felt to shoot. I liked the struggle to get past the BTs, the struggle to get past the regular enemies, although they were much less dangerous than BTs. Although I didn't do a lot of the side missions, I'm okay with that. But I think the side missions that I did do were pretty fun. But of course, it's all just delivering things at the end of the day. I didn't make much use of the robot friend. I feel like that's probably one of my biggest mistakes, is that I didn't make use of the robot. Because we have that helpful robot, right, that not only can make deliveries for us, but could actually walk along with us. And I feel like I should have used that a bit more thoroughly. So I think that was a missed opportunity for me. Now that I think back on it, I think I did my part to help rebuild some of the roads. I did my part to build helpful structures. But I think I also should have shared some created vehicles in more places. I think that's one regret I have as well. Because that has been one of the most helpful things to me, is the fact that people share their vehicles and they just leave them out and about. If that was not a thing, if I didn't have other people's vehicles to fall back on, rely on, I would have been screwed so many times in this game. And I think that's a really fun aspect of it as well. The fact that it is a communal world where everyone's helping each other out. With the zip lines as well. I am curious about a few things in this game when I watch other playthroughs. Like, that part with the nuke comes in mind. The part where we are given a nuclear device to go and deliver. Can you just go and deliver it? Can you just go and deliver that nuke and be like, huh, oh, I don't know what this nuke is for, but I'm gonna go deliver to the city. I have a feeling you can't, or if you do, you just immediately fail. But I'm curious. I'm curious about that. I wonder if there are any people who like play this game and just skip through that particular text prompt and don't see it. Like, if there's anybody who just did that and just ended up delivering it or not knowing what they were doing. I think that would be amusing. Yeah, I had a fun time playing this game. I had a fun time trying to figure out and make sense of the story. Even though I feel like I did a pretty bad job of figuring out a lot of things, I feel like I figured out enough to really enjoy what I was experiencing, and I hope you all feel the same. And there we go. Credits are done rolling. Are we still stuck here? We still on the beach? Yeah, we're falling down again.
A gun won't help you here. But it still has a role to play.
We gonna, what, shoot ourselves? What are we doing here? Death Stranding director's cut. Oh, that's the end? Is that where it's ending? Reconnect with the living? What? I mean, it is empty after all. I did waste all the bullets, didn't I? On, on shooting Emily.
Listen, Sam. I was the one that brought you and Cliff together again. There was something I wanted you to know. You were never abandoned. And you're not alone. Don't you see, Sam? You have to live.
Wait, what? I'm confused. Oh, not the London Bridge thing again. I see those T-posing figures in the distance. I'm just gonna run straight towards them. Maybe that's what I need to do. And when Amelie... I'm staying away from that. Stay the heck away from that for now. I don't know if that's what I need to run into, but... Oh! They're trying to bring us back. But like, when Amelie pushed us back before, it was in the water. I have to stay away from the music. Okay, go, go, go. Okay. Get into the water. We'll be safe. Okay. I think we're safe here. And like she said, there are other people. We're not alone. We have people who are trying to get us back that we have connections to. We don't only have connections to Amelie. We don't only have connections to Bridget. Okay, that didn't work out. I was thinking that was gonna work. Because when Amelie... Should I touch those? Is that them? Over where?
Anybody hear me?
I mean, this seems like the best time to do this.
I hear you.
Hello?
Over here.
Anyone?
Anyone?
Okay, maybe I do need to get caught. Oh, they're coming. Oh, no, no, no. I don't have to get caught. Ooh. What's happening?
Don't give up. You're still connected.
I wonder how much stuff the director's cut adds to the game. I'm curious about that as well. Like, I wonder if all of this was also in the original game. This epilogue.
Gotcha.
Was that Dead Man? There he is, yep. Grabbing us by the foot. Oh, found it. Okay, so, wait, what am I? Whoa, I didn't know I could go upside down like this. That's us, right? In we go. Okay, well, ah! I was gonna say, we'll watch this one last time, but Die Hardman encouraging hologram data? I realized I didn't read my mail for the last time, but it is what it is. At this point, I think we've gotten all the answers we need. I'm not sure the mail's
For too
gonna tell us
long
anything new.
have we lived as strangers to one another, divided by walls built to keep us safe. But now, with the completion of the Chiral network, we may at last move forward as a people united. Today, we come together to celebrate the birth of a new nation. A new nation for a new world. The United Cities of America. I once took an oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States. And though that proud republic may be no more, we remain. And so, as your president, I hereby swear to support and defend you, the people. Let there be no more walls between us, nor masks to hide who we are.
You gonna take it off then? Okay, yeah, he is. I was gonna say, it would be kind of ironic if he didn't. Did he age a little bit more here in this scene? If so, that's a great attention to detail.
Let there be.
I haven't seen his face that often, but
America. An America where we can face one another. Where we can speak our minds and open our hearts. The old ways die hard. But I believe, my fellow Americans, that we have the strength and the courage to rise above our past and embrace our future. The Death Stranding is a part of that past. An enduring shadow. A constant reminder of what could have been. That we stand here today is testament, not to the greatness of any one individual, but to our capacity to come together. To the bonds between us. To our collective greatness. All things must come to an end. Ourselves included. But as long as we savor each moment, find joy in the promise of tomorrow, embrace hope, and reject despair, we will endure. President Bridget Strand and her daughter, Samantha America Strand, sacrificed everything in their pursuit of hope that we, the people, might be whole again. That they are not here today to see the fruits of their labor fills us all with a profound sadness. But we find comfort in the knowledge that their memories will live on in the Chiral network and in our hearts. We will always remain connected. There is another hero in this story. One
bring
whose
us up.
achievements seem destined to go unrecognized.
yeah, he's gonna leave. I know Sam does not want this.
America still needs that hero. That person without whom we would not be here. Now, the name is unimportant, but you know who I mean.
Okay,
And
good.
for that unsung
You wouldn't
hero,
want to be called out
I have a message.
by name.
It was you who brought us together. You who made us whole again. And while you and I will eventually pass on, we will be...
He's not even gonna listen
Going
to it.
somewhere, Sam? Tired of being the unsung hero?
No, I'm done is all. She's gone.
Come on, wait. There's something I need
That's
to
fair.
tell you. Huh. This doesn't bother you anymore? Well, that's great. Now, wouldn't you like to know how we brought you
This
back?
guy's my favorite character, I think, honestly.
We were going to use the doll, but didn't have one handy, which is when I remembered something else.
Not what I think it is.
Yes. What could be more connected to Amelie's beach than President Strand's umbilical cord? Hartman thought that's why she left it with me in the first place. Unfortunately,
It didn't work.
Yeah, she'd already cut her beach loose. It was just gone. We didn't know if that meant she dragged you into the great beyond or sent you to some other beach. We were really racking our brains. Hartman and Mama split up and started searching every beach you might feasibly have washed up on. We looked for a month with absolutely nothing to show for it.
A month on the outside. How long on the inside?
Trust me when I tell you, you don't want to know. But don't worry. We found no signs of accelerated aging. In the end, this is what led us to you. Just when we were about to give up, Die Hardman reminded us about the revolver. So, we tried to follow it, and it led us to a far corner of your own beach. And bingo, there you were. Mama made visual contact first. She was able to see you from her vantage point on the other side. She informed Lochna via their connection, and Hartman confirmed your location during his subsequent NDE.
I didn't think we'd get details on this, but
Fragile to, in essence,
glad we are.
slingshot Lou and me to your position so we could rescue you. But it's not so easy to send multiple individuals to another person's beach for an extended period of time. And that's where the umbilical cord came in. We wove these from President Strand's DNA. They serve as a single knot that binds us all. The President must have known all of this would happen. Ironic, isn't it? The gun that set this whole mess in motion ends up being the key to saving you.
Amelie, she said it had another purpose.
Not a weapon, but a lifeline. A stick that became a rope. I suppose that's one way of putting it.
Huh.
Oh, Sam. You have no idea how long I've been waiting to give you a hug. Got something else to tell you. Top secret. It's about Cliff.
Oh?
BB's mother's name was Lisa Bridges, Cliff's common-law wife.
Lisa Bridges.
Now, Cliff was killed by a man identified in the records only as John.
Die Hardman?
Former U.S. Special Forces. Quite good at it by all accounts. Later appointed as an aide to the president, who used him for most of her wet work. The records go on to state that he
I see, that makes sense,
after
actually.
Cliff's death. A warrant was put out, but he was later found dead.
No, that makes perfect sense.
Turns out some people die harder than others, though. Dear John donned a mask and reappeared with a new identity. But you can't fool the Chiral.
Okay, good, I can pause.
We restored the old records, and Mama hid them deep in the archives. You're the only one, besides us, with access privileges. Take a look if you're so inclined. But don't say I didn't warn you. The president's got some dirty, dirty laundry.
Yeah, so that makes sense. So Die Hardman is the one that shot Cliff when Cliff was trying to... Wait, no, that doesn't make any sense, though. Because Die Hardman was also the one that... Or John was also the one that told him to take the baby and get out of there, right? Die Hardman helped Cliff. So why was Die Hardman also the one that shot Cliff and killed him? That's actually confusing to me. I don't know what's up with that. I think we did maybe see a scene about that, but one of the flashbacks, but I don't remember. Weird. Also, my theories about the chiral network being the source of the Death Stranding, those are clearly completely false because it's all set up now and it's all working fine now without Amelie here. Also, I really didn't expect us to get this long of an epilogue after the end credits.
If that's what it takes. We'll talk later.
Sam. I don't expect you to forgive me. But would you hear me out? I killed Captain Clifford Unger.
Okay, I like that he's
Tell you I
upfront
did
about
it for
that.
America. For love of country. But I didn't. I did it for her.
For Amelie?
Because I
Or
loved her with all my heart.
Bridget, sorry.
She was everything to me. Everything. Now, I'm not trying to make excuses. I just want you to know.
For the sake of the Bridge Baby plan?
Not a day's gone by when I haven't thought about it. Time didn't help. Or the mask. Please, let me finish. The captain, saved my life. You know why they call me Die Hardman. Because he wouldn't let me die.
We got his name
He
from
brought my
Cliff.
sorry ass back home every time. And I loved him as much as I loved her.
Again, insane
And
animations.
when he stared me down, that ghost, I knew he was here to kill me, to make it right. And why shouldn't he?
And yet he didn't. That just makes it hurt
Why?
even more.
Didn't he? He couldn't save his kid, his baby. And that's what brought him back. I guess when he saw I was trying to do my part for America, he remembered who he was. And he forgave me. God! But I don't deserve it, God damn it! There is no atoning for what I've done. God!
Insane story. This whole game's storyline is insane. The character writing is insane. That makes so much sense.
But maybe
I'm glad that's all cleared up.
this is the next best thing. Maybe he brought me back from the beach for a reason. One last time. He wanted me to do this. To keep on being Die Hardman.
No. He didn't. Nobody wants a president who acts like they're immortal. And if you're not scared of death, how can you value life? And life is pretty fucking fragile right now. And yeah, the old ways die hard. But that's what's gonna have to happen if we're gonna come together and build a better America. That gun won't help you here. That's her words, not mine.
Thank you, Sam.
They don't need a president who's not afraid of death. He's always ran, though. So he is afraid of death. He's saying that he shouldn't put up a fake front.
Hey, Sam. Been waiting for you. Lou?
Well, this is still going. I want to mention real quick, it's a small thing, but the fact that his eyes are like a different amount closed, if you notice that, like his left eye specifically was more like shut than his right eye. That's such a small character detail that you would never notice in, like,
Dead?
they wouldn't bother to
Poor
put
thing was never truly
in a
alive.
lot of games.
Not in this world, at least.
But it's
The
like a
decommissioning
normal
order
thing.
Finally came through. Can't risk necrosis. The body can't stay here.
It's dying?
I thought you might want to take care of it. You could try taking Lou out of the pod just to see what happens. But that would be in direct contravention of an executive order. And there are laws about that kind of thing, now that we're a nation.
What do you mean? You got the president right over there.
I just couldn't bring myself to do it. But if the alternative is defying the president, I can't do that either. Not me.
All right. I'll go to the incinerator.
Before you leave,
I wonder if he plays
I'd
Lou
like to
in
check something
Death
quickly.
Stranding 2.
I just took your cufflinks offline. In that state, there'd be nothing to stop you from removing them. If you did, the UCA wouldn't know where you were or how to find you. You'd be invisible. When you use the incinerator, you'll be reconnected to the network automatically. I trust you'll remember what I said.
Right. Absolutely.
So take it off before you use the incinerator?
Thanks for everything.
Yep. Gotta like Dead Man. Best character. Oh, fragile?
How's the weather?
Don't think you'll be needing an umbrella.
That's good.
I decided to follow my father's dream after all. Don't worry. I won't get mixed up with any terrorists this time. UCA's got my back. We're the first private delivery company to get the official approval.
Sounds like you're moving up in the world. Congratulations.
Thanks. Wait. There's something I have to tell you. I didn't shoot Higgs. Couldn't pull the trigger.
Oh.
So I
I was
let
wondering
him
about
choose.
that.
Death or eternal solitude on the beach.
Fair enough. You never did like breaking things.
That's right. I find and fix what's broken. And reconnect. I'm fragile.
But
Not
not
that
that
fragile.
Exactly. We all
Wanna
said it
come
in
work for
unison.
me? Could use a man like you.
The world's still broken. Same as before.
What isn't? But we're still here. We're still chugging along.
Not everyone. Not me.
Come on. You put America back together, didn't you?
Doesn't mean there's a place for me. I've got no ties to anyone or anything.
What do you mean? You're just giving a dead
Might
man a
as well be
hug.
dead. I felt like that when we first met in the cave. I still do.
Don't act like you're the same person. You've learned how to touch, to feel. You've connected with people. With us.
Everything I touch, I lose.
I mean, everything is lost someday, but
Sam!
Come on, Lou. One last delivery.
episode 14, Lou. There's more? We already had the credits. We already had the credits. Okay, hold on. One moment. I'll be right back. Alright. I don't know how the game's still going, but it's somehow still going, so they can't go forever. Surely. Deliver the BB to the incinerator, lay it to rest. No, we're definitely... I'm not... We got another new song. Surely we're not actually incinerating it. The incinerator's far away. I guess we'll get a vehicle for the road. One final time. It is probably going to interrupt the music, though. I should also check on the DB here. Let me do that. I can't soothe it? Yeah, it doesn't work. Oh, I can't get a vehicle. Still a beautiful game. Stranded on the beach. In a dream. It's hard to understand all the lyrics, but they're clearly plot relevant. Now we're doing the same delivery mission that we did at the start. Turns out, I'm only halfway through the game. We have to go around a whole nother time. Back to the west we go. That'd be crazy. Is it sunset? Looks like it. I see. This is Cliff. This is Cliff's song that he sung to the baby. That's what this is. I only realized it now. Is that sound coming from our baby or just the soundtrack? Either way, it's over. That music was perfectly timed for us to arrive here right as it ends. If I didn't mess around trying to get a vehicle, that is. Oh, let's wear some Gordon Freeman glasses. Sure, why not? Let's see what else we got. A valve on our head? Okay, let's not go that far. What? V? From, okay. I don't think we need that. I'm just trying to see if there's a way to take off our wristband here. But I don't see it. Well, we'll get ourselves a drink before we do whatever it is we need to do. Why not? Okay. Here we are. Once again.
Alright. I guess we're here. You still with me, Lou?
Poor thing was never truly alive. Not in this world, at least.
Well, thanks for everything.
Child special. One of a kind.
A baby candidate.
Either that, or...
A sacrifice.
Sacrifice? For what?
A foundation. A bridge.
Why is it special?
Brought you an astronaut. Mankind can go anywhere, even outer space. You'll be out of there in no time. And the second all this is over, I'm gonna take you wherever you want to go. Can I help you? Holy shit. John, is that you?
Captain, what are you doing here?
My wife's checked in. They don't want a repeat of last year.
The void out in Manhattan.
so sorry. I didn't know you were the husband.
This isn't what we agreed on. You said you'd do everything in your power to save BB.
We are. But we cannot release your son just yet. Believe me when I tell you it's for the best.
This is a woman in a mask who's done nothing but lie to me.
I have a duty to protect our country. Lies are an unfortunate necessity.
That doesn't really sound very convincing, I'll be honest. So we're gonna see the whole
President
thing go down
gave
here.
me the highest level access privileges. I've used them to manipulate the security system. We have 5 minutes before it resets, sir. 5 minutes to talk. Off the record. Take BB and get out of this place. There's nothing I can do for your wife. I'm sorry. You were my commanding officer, but I swore an oath to the President to protect her and the country at all costs. Now, if she orders me to do something, I have to do it. I have to. But I served under you first. And your family doesn't deserve this.
I just remembered now, in one of the cutscenes that we saw, one of those flashbacks, I think I remember hearing her order to kill him. She directly ordered him at that point. I remember that.
Any of this.
As he was trying to escape.
Why are you helping me? If they catch you.
Because you saved my life, sir. Again and again. When the brass sent us into the jaws of hell, it was you that brought us home. Back then, I thought I was invincible. I thought I was some kind of action hero. But I'm not the hero. You are, sir. You're the reason I'm still alive. And it's past time I paid that debt. They're moving your son to a new facility tomorrow. You'll never see him again. He'll serve as the foundation of a new communications network. A sacrifice for a nation that no longer exists. I wrote down everything you need to know. It was the only way to keep it off the system. Burn it when you're done. The rest is up to you, sir.
Well, unfortunately, we all know how this all turns out. He tries to take the baby, tries to escape, and fails to escape. Then John shoots him, as he's ordered to. But it also explains a little bit why he forgives him and why he understands.
I believe
He
this
told him
belongs to you,
he has
sir.
to do whatever she orders.
I can't terminate your wife's life support
It's
from
the same
inside
gun.
the room. System won't allow it. So, this is the only other option. An alarm is set to go off if she flatlines. I've rigged the system to spoof her vitals. But you won't have long. 5 minutes, tops.
Poor guy.
Don't hesitate, sir. This is the only chance you'll get.
Can you use that to prevent blood splatter? Or to silence it? Even having to do something this absurd, he's still thinking about practicalities. Muffling the sound of the weapon. Doing everything he can to succeed. Probably why he lived and why he made everyone else live in his crew.
Don't worry. I'll take care of him. I promise you. I promise you.
Even under such emotional stress, he can still act.
My hand, Melissa.
Yep. Yep. The double shot to make sure. Makes sense. As he said, it's being spoofed. Now you just have to go. He's only got 4 shots left though in that pistol.
BB. BB, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Steady.
Oh, and now we're back here. Interesting, we're not getting the part where he's, where it's ordered for him to get shot. Are we gonna get that a little bit later here? I mean, it's nice that we're getting the, that we're getting a full-on cutscene for all that to explain it, but it was already clear. So that's a little bit more of a recap than anything else. Not really strictly necessary. But it is cool to see. Wait, aren't we supposed to take off our thing and not cremate it? I mean, I guess the baby isn't in there yet. Maybe we're gonna open it up first.
I just took your cufflinks offline. In that state, there'd be nothing to stop you from removing them. If you did, the UCA wouldn't know where you were or how to find you. You'd be invisible. When you use the incinerator, you'll be reconnected to the network automatically.
Incinerate the cufflinks?
You could try taking Lou out of the pod just to see what happens. But that would be in direct contravention of an executive order.
Yeah, why would Die Hardman still not allow that to happen? I mean, I guess Die Hardman... I don't know. Still trying to follow what Bridget wanted. No damage. can't do it.
A purpose that cannot fulfill outside the pod. There is a 70% risk of catastrophic failure simply in removing it.
I mean, it's similar to our choice to continue fighting against the Death Stranding, right? Sure, it's difficult, but we're still gonna struggle against it. Oh, whoa. We're in the baby's death screen. Anybody around here we can connect with, baby? Apparently not. Well, there's your mother. Oh, that opens for us. Oh wow, we can actually move around this facility? That's cool. Now this I really like. Whole new area to explore. Oh, I know you. I guess that's where we're going, but let me just see what's in here. Apparently white. Absolutely nothing in there. Still cool though. Bonk. Okay, we are getting a continuation to this. Alright, let's see. Detail to these environments is so cool as well. Everything about this game is so full of detail. Probably would help to also give him a map. Uh-oh.
Freeze! Hey, put it down! Drop it! Put it down!
Back off.
Back off!
Very smart. Again.
Get up!
Ooh, not good.
I'll handle this.
This Cliff guy is insanely competent, but like realizing he could bluff and do that.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry, Captain. Don't! You got it! You two! Stay there! And hold your fire!
Okay, that works. Again, Cliff. Quick thinking. He just...
Thanks for trying, John.
Stop!
Step aside, sir, or we'll be forced to open fire.
It's a dead end. He's trapped. Security will take it from here.
Still didn't get the end of that, though. Oh, no, here we go. If only Die Hardman had also give him like an escape path. Like literally just leaving the doors open for him would have been enough. Yeah, hopefully. He would also need a vehicle, I guess. It's just an incomplete plan.
I'm sorry, Lisa. I screwed it up. I've ruined everything.
Yep, they're cutting through. It's cool that we got Sam, like, physically in here watching these memories.
Now check the other way. Go! Yes, sir.
No. Open it up. He's inside.
Move, dumbass.
BB. Don't worry. It's okay. I'll always be with you. See the sunset, the day is ending. Let that yawn out, there's no pretending. I will hold you and protect you. So let love warm you till the
The one you should shoot coming in there is Bridget. Although it wouldn't really have changed anything. And, yeah. Not like she was going to be the one leading the charge to go in there.
When I found out I was gonna be a father, I was so scared. Scared of what it would mean. I had to be there for you and your mom. No matter what. I couldn't just go off and get myself killed anymore. Couldn't leave you all alone. I couldn't.
Get off of him! Now!
I had it all wrong. All wrong. Being a father didn't make me scared. It made me brave. I'm sorry. Sorry it took me so long.
Captain, look at you.
Don't make the same mistake. Be yourself.
Oh my god.
Oh, took him out.
Captain, I need you to hand it over.
Shoot him, John.
Let it go. Please.
Shoot him! I gave you an order. Shoot him!
Jeez.
You told me your name was Sam Porter.
Oh. Now we're talking to him?
But you're Sam Bridges. My son. My bridge to the future. Without you, I was just like any other Cliff. A dead end. No way forward.
More meaning behind the names.
But an obstacle. Looking on at the world people like you were trying to build. Dividing people was the only thing I was ever good at.
I don't believe that. This guy seems like a really cool guy. Deadman might be our favorite bro, but this guy is probably the coolest character in this entire game. I mean, it's hard to choose, but I'd say it's him. He's just so cool.
But not you, Sam. You bring people together. You're their bridge to the future. And mine. Come on, Sam. Stand up.
Giving your baby over. Yep, exactly. It's exactly what I figured he would do. What? He called him son. Is he actually being literal there? What? Are we being serious that was our father? It doesn't make any sense because Bridget was our father. I mean, our mother.
My
and
baby too.
No, that I don't understand. Wait, the baby died?
No!
So it was replaced. He was replaced with us. Is that it? Or did it repatriate? Repatriate, however you say it. What? Okay, I'm a little lost at this point, but I do have some thoughts or theories, which I already said, but what? Whales, whales, whales. There's Cliff. Back to the beach again. Get me out of this place. I don't want to see a beach ever again. Although I'm sure we will in Death Stranding too. I'm sick to death of beaches at this point, though.
Sam. There you are.
What? Hold on. Did I call out? Sorry, that's the sound of my controller. Yeah. That's the sound of my controller, like, connecting and reconnecting, because I keep not touching it for a while, and it's wireless. That's why you keep hearing that, by the way. I called out, I believe, really early on in the game, that there's... I noticed that cut in his stomach, and I was wondering what that was about. And I knew it had to be plot relevant, but this is why. It's because he was shot as a baby there and revived. And he was actually Clifford Unger's son. And it was also the son of his wife, of course, as well. But then Bridget took us and told us that we were her son? So we were never actually related to Bridget at all? Which, no, that makes sense. That makes sense because we already heard that she couldn't have children, and so I was confused about, okay, if she couldn't have had children and therefore she couldn't have had Emily, what about us, right? I had that, I said that before. But now it's clear. It's clear that we were never her child. That's why. We were Clifford Unger's child. Not this again. Okay, this is different though. I still hate that. Still hate that cutscene. Whatever form it takes. And it was a doll because she uses the dolls to do whatever it is that she does. And Cliff was angry because of that. Stealing the child. That makes sense.
You want to go home? Let's go home. It's okay. I know the way.
Wait, then what about the BB that we've been holding this whole time? How could the BB that we've been holding this time also be us? Like, that's what I don't get. Because we are us. What does that mean? What does it mean? The astronaut toy. Skull face astronaut toy. No idea why anyone would give that to a child, but the Earth, the moon. How far are we going? Sun's in the background. Or maybe that's the collision of matter and antimatter. We have the scar now. We're back. So Die Hard been knew the entire time about our existence. Our true self.
Welcome back.
You understand his days as a BB are over, now that his connection to the other side has been severed.
It was me who cut the cord. So yes.
A deathless repatriate in the world of the living. Should we decommission him?
In a manner of speaking. Take him out of the pod. raise him as my own.
Yep. So that all follows with what I just said, but again, who is the child in the pod right now? Incinerate those. Burning our connections to others. Burning our connection to the whole organization. But again, Lou. She called us Sam, but our real name is Lou, but then that's Lou.
Wake up.
Or maybe that's Lou and... I don't know. Oh, no. No, it's still dying.
Come on, Lou, wake up. Wake up. Come on. Wake up!
I wouldn't know what to try either, buddy. I would be just as lost. What do you do? Oh.
Lou.
It made one of those? Or no, it grabbed it. Oh, BTs? BT babies around us? Safe to go out in the rain with the baby? I wouldn't think that would be safe, but is the rain fine now? Is the rain back to normal? I mean, I guess we averted the last stranding, so maybe it's fine now. Okay, now we're getting credits again for the second time. So I'm not going to not going to presume that the game is ended now, because it was already 1 hour since the previous ending credits. So I'm gonna let these play out or whatever, and I'll get back to you guys when they're over. Although I've already gave all my thoughts, I think, that I needed to between last credits and these credits. So I don't think I'll have too much to say at the end, but I'll see you guys there anyways. I'm still just sitting here listening to the, watching the credits and listening to the ending music. I'm not gonna have you guys sit through all this, but just letting you know, the ending music is really good. So I figured I should probably say that. Oh? There's still more, huh? I should be surprised. Be stranded? I'm trying to read the text. Say be stranded with me?
Louise.
Louise? So they're actually a girl. I would assume that's what that meant. Again, that makes me wonder if Death Stranding 2 is going to star Luis. I think that would be really cool. But I still don't understand Luis's origins. That's the one unsolved mystery that I have right now. And if it's not something that's a spoiler, and it's not something that's revealed in the second game, then feel free to let me know in the comments. Feel free to let me know what your theories are if it's not something that's actually known. Where Luis came from, how we differ from them. Are we both the same? Are we actually the Ka and they're the Ha? Like what kind of nonsense are we going through here? I don't really understand. Okay, at this point I've listened through the credits that had songs, and now we just got silent credits. So I'm sorry, silent credits, but I'm going to skip you if it's possible. Actually, is it even gonna let me skip? Oh, okay, it did. Wow, we actually got a delivery grade for that. Surprising. Oh, it's like total stats, actually. It's my total stats. Again, I still have never gotten 10 delivery time because I haven't done enough side missions, I guess. And I got an achievement for complete episode 14, Lou. Oh my goodness. So much sound data. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm sure that's a lot of stuff that I could review. I don't really feel like reviewing it right now. I feel like this is a good place to stop. Now that we've actually... No! Tomorrow's in your hands. No! Wait, there's more? There's more! 2 weeks earlier? What is this? What is this? What's going on? I don't understand. I don't understand. What do you mean earlier? Before? Before the end of the game? We still have our thing on. Are we just coming back?
Good morning, Sam. Blood collection
Wait.
complete. Thank you for your generosity.
So that we can continue to play? Is that what this is?
Well, look who's awake. Morning, Sam. You'll be happy to hear your vitals have stabilized, and that you're well on your way to recovery. Not that it's your fault, but what I wouldn't give to trade places. We're all stuck in the president's office, working like dogs to get everything ready in time for the inauguration. But at least one of us is still free as a bird. You should head out. Make the most of it. Could even do some orders if you wanted. Might do you good to get back in the game.
Okay, so this is before...
You may recall it was raining buckets back when you left for Amelie's Beach. We took a real beating at the time, but we've done our best to service the structures and vehicles in the area. So you know, any cargo that was stored in your private locker at a damaged facility should have been transferred to your private locker here at this distro center. Anyway, busy or not, we'll still be on the end of the line if you need us. And if you want some alone time, we should be able to manage for now. Just make sure you're back in time for the big day, all right? See you then. Hey,
okay.
Sam, you sure you don't have any unfinished business?
I don't know.
Sam, I know you've been to hell and back and earned a break, but I've got a high priority request.
What do you mean?
Head to the distro center west of Capitol Knot. You can review the details there.
What are you talking about? What do you mean? What do you... Okay, first off, I want to look at this. Look at this cool thing. Insane. All right. But let me exit this room. Can I get out of here? How do I exit? Let me leave this room. So is this just so that I can continue to go do like side missions if I want to? Since the game isn't, since like we still have blue and everything.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges.
Past time until the presidential inauguration.
Clear. All weapons will
That's
remain armed
the.
until departure.
That's our quest. Yeah. I don't want a ranked event. Hold on. Okay, we only have boots. Let me check my orders list. So just these two. But see, they said that the Hartman said that he had a request or something. So hold on, is there more orders for Sam? No, there isn't. Okay, so it is just standard orders. So there's not like another actual story mission. This is just, if you want to continue to do side missions, you can go ahead and continue to do side missions. Let me just come out here and take a look. Yep. It all looks right. Okay. But we're not going to go continue doing side missions right now. I think this is a good place to stop. It never really stops because we're in episode 15. We're in like, yeah, I think they called it episode 15 or chapter 15. And we're still here. We can still do our deliveries. And the story of Sam and Louise lives on in whatever it is they're going to be doing after all of this. Again, I'm assuming that's going to be expounded upon in Death Stranding 2. Okay. But, yeah, okay, indeed. Actually, let's let you rest, buddy. You absolutely deserve a rest.
It's about to drop.
Let's let Sam take a much-needed rest while we talk about this. So, this game, like I said, I've already given a lot of my thoughts in the multiple times when I thought this game had actually ended and it hadn't, which I think is very funny, but I also enjoy that. I don't think I've played another game that had a better presented story than this one. I feel like I don't know if there is a game that I've played that has a better story or not, but I know for absolute certain that this game had the best presented story of any game I've ever played. And I've played a lot of games. Yeah, that's saying quite a bit, that I don't think there's a game that has presented its story better. But, I mean, that's like a very subjective thing in a lot of ways. Like, I'm sure there are other people who will disagree with me and say, oh, wait, have you played this game? Or, I think that this game actually has a better presented story than that. And I think all that's very fair. But in the moment right now, the way I'm feeling right now is that was amazing. The way the animations of all the characters, the actual characters themselves, the way that they were presented, the way they were characterized, the flow of the story, us be getting sent, like I've said a million times, the symbolism and metaphors between every name, everything that people talk about, how it's always referencing something else, getting teleported into like battlefields and having that all mean something. I thought it was all wonderful. The story itself at times was kind of nonsensical in a lot of ways, and so that can be a little bit confusing sometimes. But I loved the way that the story was presented. I think the presentation of it was fantastic, and that's the thing that shines most to me about this game. Sure, the running around and delivering packages is fun and all, with the vehicles and the zip lines and building stuff, and right, that gameplay aspect of it is fun and enjoyable enough, and that's great. Gameplay is important. Gameplay is very important to me, especially. Like, if a game is just a story, I'd rather watch a movie. So I think the gameplay aspects are important, but I think what really made this game stand out was the story presentation. So that is the main thing. The music, of course, was obviously fantastic. The visuals were beautiful and wonderful. And the storyline itself kept me engaged and confused and thinking about things the entire time through. There wasn't a point where I felt like I had everything figured out. Even now, here at the end, I still don't feel like I have everything figured out, and I think that's a good thing. I like that kind of story. I like that kind of story where I have to continually be thinking about it. And I feel like even with a story like this, you can get more out of it after another rewatch, another playthrough. And you'll find new things that you didn't find before. So I think that's really valuable as well. And I think I'm going to leave things there. That's the main thing I want to leave you guys with, is that the story of this game, the way it was, the presentation of the story of this game is what stood out to me the most. And I feel like if you guys are fans of the game, and if you're watching this all the way to the end, you're probably a fan of this game, especially if you're scraping the bottom of the barrel, finding channels like mine. You're probably a fan of this game, and you probably think the same way. So I hope you enjoyed watching me go through this whole game series. I certainly enjoyed playing it. I'm definitely playing Death Stranding 2, as I said. So you can like and you can subscribe and all that stuff. Actually, before I end things off, while we're giving him a rest here, I will let you guys know what I'm going to be playing next. Okay, so as you can see, I've got this, by the way, linked in the description of my videos at all times. But after this Stranding, we are doing Armored Core 6, another game by From Software. I've played a lot of the Souls games, but I know it's going to be nothing like that. I'm okay with that. Mechs, fighting stuff, that sounds cool to me. I think that's going to be fun. From Software is a reputable developer. I think that's going to be a fun time. And then, obviously, after that, Lies of P, Wukong. You can see there's a theme here. From Software game, from like Souls-like type of stuff, and also Armored Core. That's what we're heading into for Saturday games. And you can see some of the other things that we're going to be getting into here as well. So yeah, I think that's a decent place to end things off. So, good night, Sam. Have a good rest. And I'll see y'all later.